Think fast, you've only got a few minutes to soak up all the goodness happening in the DC universe on an all-new DC All Access.
And we are hanging out at the Scarlet Speedster CW premiere with the cast and crew on the red carpet.
Plus, we're zipping through the Flash Season 0 digital comic with writer Andrew Kreisberg.
And we've got a first look at the debut of Earth 2 World's End weekly comic. All that on DC All Access. Flash premieres on the CW tonight at 8 p.m. So we caught up with Candace Patton, Jesse L. Martin, Andrew Kreisberg, and Greg Berlanti to find out what fans can expect from Barry Allen's latest adventures. So we saw you at the upfronts. Yeah. We're back. The show's getting ready to premiere. What are you most excited for people to see?
The actual Flash, because the suit is obviously completely different than what it used to be. And we also have some of the most beautiful sets I've ever seen in my life. It's not your typical TV show. It's more in the realm of movie.
What has the feedback been so far?
Overwhelmingly supportive. It's great. You know, you want to go in and impress Flash fans, and so far it's been really great.
For the first season, are we going to have an overarching villain, or are we going to just get a bunch of different ones the whole time?
There's definitely a huge slew of guest stars that we have. Wentworth Miller is playing Captain Cold, and Dominic Purcell is playing Heatwave, and there's a little hint of Grodd in the pilot. There'll definitely be a big bad for this season, but right now we are chock full of villains.
Villain you're most excited for people to see?
So far, Plastique.
Heatwave. It just got announced. Dominic Purcell is coming on, and I just love Heatwave.
I mean, for me, it kind of is Captain Cold. I mean, he's so iconic, and he's so cool on screen. No pun intended.
I would say there's two that we reference in the pilot that I'm excited to see more of. Or I would be excited to see more of it.
He's way more cryptic than you are, Andrew.
We take turns being cryptic.
All right, so keep your eyes peeled during the pilot, you guys, to see who he's most excited about. But because Barry is just that fast, the digital comic Flash Season 0 shows us what happens in Central City after the Flash pilot, but before episode 2.
We wanted to sort of give people the sort of, hopefully, the similar experience that they're getting watching the show every week, but just getting, a little digital fix as well. So, a lot of what we're doing now are sort of ideas that we had for the TV show that sort of either fell by the wayside or were just, yeah, that's a great idea, but there's no way we can do that. And we have a gag in the second issue, which is certainly something we could never pull off on the TV show, but Phil Hester, when he got it, said this was his favorite thing that he's drawn for the book so far, so we're very excited about that.
The new weekly series Earth 2 World's End takes place on a totally different Earth, where Superman is evil and Zod must unite with the Justice League to fight an invasion from Apocalypse. Sound like a lot to take in? Well, here's a quick introduction to what you can expect from writer Daniel H. Wilson.
It picks up with Earth 2 and picks up a lot of the same characters, and we get to follow them through a really harrowing, visceral, kind of an apocalypse, And the first issue has, I think, 38 pages. It's like a double issue for the same price, and part of that was I had to catch everybody up. So I found some sort of story that would never really finish, kind of stuff that kind of got a little left behind in Earth 2. And then I was able to kind of wrap that thread up and wrap it in there in the first 20 pages and get everybody back acclimated to what was going on.
Obviously, there's a lot of characters in this book and in this world, but if you had to pick one that people should pay attention to, who would that character be?
Jimmy Olsen has a really interesting fate. What happens to him and what he goes through opens up the mythology of some of the oldest concepts that are in DC Comics.
As part of Vertigo's Defy Covers event, Coffin Hill number 12 debuts without a front cover. That's right, the story starts right on the front, and what a story it is. Eve prepares to finally unmask the notorious ice fisher, while the sinister force stalking Coffin Hill threatens the lives of Nate, Bianca, and Lacey, one of whom, wait for it, won't survive this issue. Want to know more? You'll have to check out the book, which hits shelves tomorrow.
And in casting news, Gotham has found their Harvey Dent. Nicholas D'Agosto will play the idealistic assistant district attorney. Dent will be a recurring role in Season 1, potentially evolving into a regular cast member for Gotham Season 2. And finally, in celebration of the Caped Crusader's 75th anniversary, the U.S. Postal Service is issuing Batman stamps. The set features 4 Dark Knight designs, including art from Jim Lee, Neil Adams, Dick Sprang, and Bob Kane. Get your set starting this Thursday, October 9th at a post office near you.
We got through that amazing DC information so fast, it's like they gave us flash powers.
Oh, they didn't give you special flash powers for this episode?
No, because you can't do that.
Too bad.
All they told me to do was have people subscribe to DC All Access for more speedy updates from the world of DC as news breaks, and then Tiffany gets powers and I'm still here talking.
maybe you do have to go to Shanghai to get the authentic flavor.
Oh, maybe you have to go to Shanghai to get the thing.
Do you want some noodles, Blair?